Yue Song, the self-made iron body whose raw power turned indie films into viral sensations. Tiger Chen, the Matrix stuntman turned leading star whose discipline brought him global respect. Wu Ye, the quiet martial poet whose movements feel like calligraphy in motion. Vincent Zhao, the modern wushu general whose sharp intensity revived classic kung fu spirit. Colin Cho, the elegant assassin whose presence electrified The Matrix and countless action films. Kane Kosugi, the next-generation ninja who inherited speed, discipline, and cinematic legacy. Andy Lau, the Hong Kong superstar whose athletic grace made every action scene unforgettable. Chow Yun-fat, the slow-motion gun-fu pioneer who changed action cinema forever. Julian Cheung, the stylish fighter whose charm and movement blended perfectly on screen. Nicholas Tse, the multi-talented star who brought explosive energy to modern Asian action. Zhang Jin, the former champion whose razor-sharp forms make every strike look supernatural. Sean Yue, the urban action star whose speed and swagger gave martial arts a modern edge. Daniel Chan, the agile performer whose stunt work created unforgettable fight sequences. Louis Koo, the dedicated warrior who trained tirelessly to bring realism to every action role. Ekin Cheng, the calm storm whose heroic presence shaped Hong Kong's mythic action era. Nicholas D'Agosto, the unexpected martial performer whose control made his roles stand out. Roland Kickinger, the Austrian powerhouse whose physical mastery crossed bodybuilding into action cinema. Sam Hargrave, the stunt visionary behind Extraction whose martial precision reshaped action realism. Johnny Tri Nguyen, the Vietnamese trailblazer whose creativity brought a new fire to martial films. Veronica Ngo, the fierce storm whose power and presence broke barriers for Southeast Asian fighters. Jija Yanin, the Thai whirlwind whose explosive Muay Boran shook global audiences. Dan Chupong, the stunt warrior whose fearless leaps redefined action insanity. Lateef Crowder, the capoeira master whose spinning kicks became viral legends. Marco Zaror, the Chilean beast whose hybrid style earned him a cult following. Alan Musi, the smooth striker who brought athletic precision to the kickboxer reboot. Ron Smorenberg, the high kick machine whose flexibility defies age and gravity. Olivier Gruner, the French martial veteran whose real combat background fueled his movie career. Kane Hodder, the silent force whose physical control made him an icon of action horror. Jim Kelly, the Afro martial arts king whose electric style changed pop culture forever. Ernie Reyes Sr., the Filipino pioneer whose mastery trained generations of martial artists. Ernie Reyes Jr., the prodigy whose childhood skills made him a global sensation. Ray Park, the stuntmaster whose agility turned Darth Maul into a martial arts legend. Hiroshi Fujioka, the original Kamen Rider whose warrior spirit defined a generation. Sonny Sison, the Filipino stuntmaster whose choreography shaped global fight scenes. Michelle Krusiek, the dramatic fighter whose roles blended emotional depth with physical power. Diana Lee Inosanto, the daughter of a legend who forged her own path with fearless skill. Jean LaBelle, the godfather of grappling whose influence touched every corner of martial arts. Bas Rutten, the Dutch destroyer whose liver-shot science became MMA mythology. Royce Gracie, the jiu-jitsu pioneer who proved technique beats strength. Anderson Silva, the Spider whose fluid style made him one of the greatest fighters ever. GSP, the disciplined warrior whose humility matched his dominance. Fedor, the calm storm whose quiet walkouts hid the most devastating power in MMA. Crow Cop, the left high kick legend whose name still sends chills through heavyweight history. Lyoto Machida, the karate ghost who struck with surgical precision. Zhang Weili, the modern warrior whose strength and heart lifted an entire nation. Rampage, the explosive powerhouse who turned chaos into championship gold. Joanna, the striking queen whose intensity redefined female combat sports. Valentina, the bullet precision master whose technique and discipline set a new global standard.